Hello and welcome to Rustic Recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to make traditional Irish Colcannon. This is a fantastic recipe. I make it every year for St. Patrick's and by request at other times of the year. This recipe is primarily potatoes, cabbage, and onions. Now, you can use different kinds of cabbage for this. Kale is pretty popular. It gives a nice green color to the whole dish. But I like to use the white-headed cabbage. Additionally, for your onions, you can use leeks, but I like using the scallions or green onions. Alright, let's get started. First, we're going to peel the potatoes and quarter them. Then we need to steep them in cold water for about an hour. Drain the potatoes and cover with fresh, cold, salted water. Bring them to a boil and boil them until they're tender. 12 to 15 minutes should do it. Drain your cooked potatoes well and dry. Now take your potato masher and mash the potatoes. Rinse your scallions and chop them very finely from the green tips all the way down to the white bulbs. Reserve about a tablespoon worth of the green tips for garnish if you like. Scald your scallions by pouring about 2 cups of boiling water over them and then drain. Pour your milk into a pan, add the scallions, and bring to a boil. Now be careful with this step. You don't want to burn the milk. Pull it off the heat as soon as you get a good boil. Then pour the milk and the scallions into the potatoes and beat until fluffy. Cut the cabbage into quarters and remove the core. Then cut the cabbage into thin strips and finely chop the strips and rinse thoroughly. I'm using about a half of a head of cabbage here. This should produce about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of cooked cabbage when done. Be sure to cook up the other half of that cabbage quickly if you don't want it to go to waste. I suggest boil it in the same way as I'm doing here and then toss it with some butter, salt, and pepper for a nice side dish. Okay, now we're going to put water in our pot and the bacon drippings or a slice of bacon in with a little salt. Let that come to a full boil. Now add the cabbage to the boiling water and cook 5 to 10 minutes. The cabbage should be tender when it's done. Drain the cabbage very well. Try to get out as much moisture as you can. Now toss the cabbage with the melted butter. Add the cabbage and the parsley to the potatoes and fold in. Generously season with pepper. I'm using about half a tablespoon here. Taste for salt and add any if needed. Now you can transfer this to your serving bowl. You can garnish with a little extra of the chopped green onion. I'm using a shamrock cookie cutter here to kind of shape the garnish. With moderate success. And there you go. Wonderful, traditional Irish Colcannon. An absolute treat for any special occasion like St. Patrick's Day or Belshon or Thursday. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy making this traditional Irish dish, and if you do, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe for more rustic recipes.